What's up, FHS? Welcome back to another Hot Takes. This is Jace Dennison with Bradley Lewis here inside the beautiful BKTV studios. And we've got another Hot Takes for you, episode 4 this time. We're going to be again recapping the MLB season to this point. So we're going to start off with the teams that are doing good. Bradley, who's doing well?
So I have the standings, and me and Jace are just going to say two teams that we think are doing really well this season. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Yankees. The Yankees have been doing absolutely fantastic this year. They're currently 9-2. They're off to a really hot start. They're leading their division by a game and a half, and they have a lot of star players, a lot of star pitchers, and they just have a lot of good guys that are really doing well.
Yeah, I was going to mention the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know, that's not usually a team that we think of doing good at the start of the season or the middle of the season, the end of the season in general, really. But they're off to a really hot start, 9-2 as it stands. 81% winning percentage. So they've been putting it together. Offense is clicking. Pitching has been really good. Bullpen has been solid so far. I don't know if they've got that depth in the bullpen to keep it up all year, but it's been exciting to see the Pirates finally at the top of their division.
Mm-hmm. So now I think it'd be interesting to talk about teams that are not doing very well.
Yeah.
So Jace, you want to start off with your team?
Yeah, so Miami Marlins, second favorite MLB team, you know. They're not doing the best. They're 1-10, 1 win, 10 losses. For those of you who are not great at math like me, that's a .091 win percentage. So that's not good. But you know, I was actually talking about this before. If you in the front office, those guys that are doing the stats, if they were to take that first zero off of the winning percentage, 91% win percentage. So that's really what they need to work on. I think it's just the guys that are putting down the stats and the win-losses. That's where it really needs to pick up.
Yeah.
And they just need to make that change real quick.
My team that I think is doing really bad, they're near and dear to my heart. If you watched the first episode of Hot Takes,
he likes them.
This was my World Series pick. It's the Athletics, no longer the Oakland Athletics. It's now just the Athletics. They've moved stadiums to Sacramento, and it's been bad. It's been really, really bad. They're currently 3-7, so they're not doing as bad as the Marlins, but everything about it, this is going to be a long season for the A's, and I'm really just not feeling too good about it.
You know, another team that's not really doing so hot is the St. Louis Cardinals. You know, We all love the Cardinals. They're currently 5-6, a game below 500. But, you know, I feel like they're going to get better as the season goes on once those bats get warmed up. Jordan Walker. Yeah, I think they are. I mean, I think they've got a solid defense, solid pitching. They just need to get the bats going, really. They just need Jordan Walker to pick it up, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt. Once those guys find their strokes and Victor Scott gets the average above .091, once they get that going, I feel like it'll be a solid year for St. Louis.
Let's talk about some early MVP
potential. Yes.
Who do we think is going to, get the MVP at the end of this season?
I think I've got a pretty good idea. You know, one name comes to mind for me, someone who moved teams in the offseason, was a little bit overlooked. People talk about Shohei Ohtani, but I think who they should be talking about is Juan Soto. On the Yankees, we talked about the Yankees, their incredible start, and one of the main reasons why they're starting so good is Juan Soto. His bat is just incredible. No matter where he goes, he hits bombs, he hits doubles, he hits singles, whatever they need him to do. And, you know, I think when we talk World Series or we talk MVP, we're thinking of a team that's going to be pushed by one player to go to the World Series. I think that's the direction that the Yankees are heading for early on, and I think Juan Soto is that reason.
I have a MVP pick that I think it seemed like this guy was a lock. And this man, he plays for, the biggest market team, and he's been just absolutely insane. It's Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, in the first week of this season, he led the MLB in every single stat. Everything. He led the MLB in everything, and that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that he started to cool down a little bit, I think that he's still going to have an absolutely great season. I think he's still going to be an all-star. He's still going to be in that upper echelon of players that you look to it's just like, wow, this guy's special.
Yeah.
It's not a very hot take, but I think that's definitely my take on who's going to be the MVP. I think Mookie Betts, as a pure player, pure talent, I think that right now at least he's showing that he can hold his own in that top tier of guys.
He can.
And I think he's going to be number one this year.
He's a dog.
Jace, you want to say anything else before we wrap it up? Do you want to say anything else to these beautiful people?
You know, beautiful people, I think I've said most of what I need to say. I think it's going to be a great season. I think we're going to see some breakout stars, some breakout teams like the Pirates.
Absolutely.
All you can do is watch. That's what they say with the MLB.
That's true.
Unless you're going to bet, like some people like to do, you can do that.
Yeah.
But mostly, you can watch.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
And
thank you for watching.
if you want to leave a comment about your hot takes,
Yeah.
what you think the MVP is going to be, leave
Do
it
it.
down in the comments. And I guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, guys. You're awesome.